Today, I want to talk a little bit about some of my favorite investments, or if I was starting from zero, certain investments that I would be looking at, investments that I find attractive. And of course, so a lot of people are looking up this kind of content when they're beginners. A lot of people I'm trying to share what I know with. They're not experts, obviously, right? So I just want to put a little bit into this video. I really want to say that let's keep it simple to start. So you're new to the stock market, you don't have much experience with it, you don't have a ton of money to deploy right away, perhaps. But the first thing is the mindset, okay? So when you embark on this journey, your goal is to build a very large portfolio, a portfolio that sustains you and your family. It's more like a savings account than working one day and getting a paycheck, right? Or working one week and getting a paycheck. I think a lot of people have that misconception about the stock market that you need to be, working at it every day, spending all day on the computer. I certainly don't, and I don't pretend to. I'm not here to teach you how to turn $5 into $1,000 in 3 hours, right? I'm sure someone out there will sell you a course on that, but that ain't me. I'm just sharing what I do, what I know, what I feel comfortable investing in. And yeah, you're thinking long term, or at least I'm thinking long term. I'm thinking big, and I'm thinking this is going to be a large portfolio, excess of $1 million. So initially, you're going to want to get it off the ground with something simple. So that's why I have a couple things here to share with you. I really want this to tie into previous videos. I just did the last video on the Roth IRA. So let's say, hopefully you started that, hooray. Now you're saying, okay, now what do I do with this thing? I put some money in, what do I do? I would get a total stock market ETF, right? So I would get real familiar with that term, exchange traded fund. I would get real familiar with this company, Vanguard. This is a great company. They offer a lot of products, a lot of financial products that you can utilize. They've been around a long time, obviously. You can see that this specific exchange traded fund, the inception was 2001, so a long time ago. And then their expense ratio. This is another term to get familiar with. So I have this on the screen here so everyone can read through. Just see, I went on ChatGPT and I love getting ChatGPT's thoughts on things, and they put a lot of really good information in a concise manner on the screen right in front of you. So you can go ahead and read that. You can go ahead and play around with this. Go on ChatGPT, go on Google. I'm just trying to leave breadcrumbs here. These are terms I know and I'm familiar with and that I want to share. So number two here. So number one we said was we're going to think big. We're going to think long term, right? We're going to have a big portfolio. So therefore, we want to start with something very solid, the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF. One thing I really love about that is this will get you instant diversification. So let's go ahead and look here. 33% of the money is going into these outstanding name brand, huge companies that I'm sure you've heard of. Another way to look at this is the sector weightings. So 33 out of your $100 would go into technology, 13.67 would go into financial services. You'd have consumer cyclical, communication services, healthcare, industrials, consumer defense, energy, real estate, utilities, basic materials. So you would have a tremendous amount of exposure to many different companies, a lot of different companies. The worst thing you can do when you're starting off is put your money in some obscure company that you heard about at the water cooler, that you heard about from your broke friend, and then you lose your money and then you say, oh, investing's a scam. It's really not, okay? Trying to get rich overnight is a scam, okay? So in anything, in stock, in real estate, jobs, anything, right? So that's why I started off by saying, think big, think long term, and then now we're going to get our diversification. So look at that chart. I mean, As you can see, it's basically up and to the right. Obviously, it's not a perfectly straight line. Nothing in life really is, but it's going up, right? So any kind of total stock market index fund, and here's an Easter egg for you. Another way to look at this chart would be to say the dollar's going down, but that's another story we'll get into another time. Show how easy this is. The first bit of money you may want to invest into something like this. This is what I did. This is what my wife is doing. She started off with a Roth IRA investing into FCROX, which is a competitor here. Another one because stocks have popped. So you can go ahead and put $25 a week and buy one of these. So I just wanted to give everybody a quick video to say, hey, these are some options, right? These are some things to look at. These are some, different type of investments that you may want to start with. A total market index fund. Okay, not really complicated stuff here, and it doesn't have to be, guys. And look at this kind of returns. We're talking about in 2018, it's more than doubled. So, what do you want from an investment? Is this something that would work for you? I'd love to comments down below. I'd love to talk about it. I always try to welcome debate. I welcome sharing ideas. I encourage questions. If anyone has any questions, please comment below. I'd be happy to go back and forth with you a little bit. If anyone wants to talk about this stuff or has any questions, I think between this video and the last video, you've got a great runway in front of you to really kickstart your investing journey. And hopefully that you want to get involved, you want to start this and build some. As always, thank you for spending some time here with McCall Invest. Obviously, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor or a licensed tax professional. Do your own research. This is just my thoughts, and I'm just sharing some of my ideas here on YouTube for fun and entertainment. Of course, if you want to see some more videos on the topic, you can check out the channel, but you could also check out PPC Ian, the Money Guy Show, the Dave Ramsey Show, and then I love Valuetainment as well as more of like a news source. But yeah, have fun with those, and thank you for spending time here. Have a nice day.